I farm with my brother Gray. He lives just down the road up here. My other brother lives like a quarter mile that way. My sister lives about 5 miles that way, and I live about 5 miles as the crow flies that way on 8. So we don't live very far from home. I graduated college in 1990 and started farming right away. And in 95, I brought my operation up here with my brother, and we started farming together. We farm about 1,500 acres of row crop, corn, beans, wheat, and hay. And we also have about 80 sow farrow to finish operation. We used to do about a 300 sow farrow to finish operation, and then we kind of dwindled down of that. When I was in college in 1988, I was pretty active with the farm here, and we decided to start taking some pigs over to a local butcher shop, and my brother started selling whole hog sausage out of his house, and that's kind of how this all kind of got started. And so in 1995, when we came back and merged the operation, we decided we were going to put a wagon out by the road and grow some sweet corn and just leave it sit there. And then somebody had a bright idea, well, let's build a little building. And so you can see how it's been added on to, and it's been modified a couple times, but we started doing that, and then we decided, well, since we've been selling meat out of the home, we're going to start selling it out of the store, and then we started selling some produce and things like that, and so that just kind of evolved. In 1975, in this area, there was a group called Northwest Indiana Pork Producers. Some of the counties don't know what pork producers are anymore, but we had an organization that was not-for-profit, and they began cooking pork chops as a kind of a promotional type thing for other events. Like they do it for schools, or they do it for fire departments, 4-H's. And then as time went on, and fewer pork producers were around, the last 5 years or so, which was probably 90 to 95, it was basically just me and my brother Greg. And we would be at every one of these events, all the grills would be here, and we would cook thousands and thousands of pork chops for pork producers. Well, in 1995, after the huge 94 hog collapse, the Northwest Indiana Pork Producers Organization just closed and just kind of donated any of the funds they had. And we purchased all of the grills, and Greg and I just decided we're going to start doing this ourselves. And we started doing it through this store. And then in 97, Melissa and I, which is my wife of 20 years, we bought this, actually we were given this camper. It's a 1967 Nomad, and I gutted it and turned it into a concession trailer. And we started going different places, serving grilled pork burgers and grilled bratwurst and things like that. So I guess as time has just kind of gone by, let's see, what year is this, 2010? In 2005, my brother, all his kids were out of school, and they didn't want to have anything to do with this. And my dad had passed away in 2002, and so Mom didn't want to have anything to do with it. So my wife and I, we ended up buying this business from my mom and my brother. And so, I guess fast forward now a little while, the business has continued to grow. I would say this year we're probably going to be running about 250 pigs through the store, and we're probably going to be running 200 chickens through the store this year. We just added that last fall, and we just added beef last fall, and we're probably going to be running about 10 beef through the store. Now, this gentleman sitting here, you're probably wondering who this is. This is my cousin Keith. He is from Scottsdale, Arizona. He lives there. He grew up here. But now, about 3 years ago, my cousin, Keith's sister, and her husband have a catering business in Couts. That's a big metropolis down this road. And they have had that since 1992. And it's a fairly good catering business. They do it at the fairgrounds up here in that big exposition center, and about 3 years ago, they asked me to come be their exclusive griller. So anytime they did an event, I would do their grilling. And so we started doing a lot of things together. About a year ago, we started doing our own homemade baked goods. And so we started renting out their commercial kitchen. and we would go in there at night and do our baking of our pies and rolls and all those kind of things. Well, to fast forward, last spring, Keith's sister said to him that they wanted to sell. And I knew I couldn't do that, but I was a little concerned because that was my kitchen. But Keith approached me, and God just kind of said, why don't you guys just do it all together? And so now, we're not Birky Family Farms Country Market. We are Birky Family Farms Country Gourmet. Keith and I are full partners. And we have a catering kitchen and catering business that does a meal service for a youth institution in Cowlitz of about 60 children. And then we have the country market here, and we also do the concessions and the catering. And we also do like hog roast and pork chop events and fundraising and things like that.